What brings you out to Conscious Capitalism tonight?
I thought tonight would be a great event to sort of set the stage, reset for 2022 on the foundations of conscious capitalism. If you look at how they've structured this particular event, it allowed me to send out some invites to my colleagues who may not know their conscious businesses yet and really kind of get the rundown, A to B to C to D, on what conscious capitalism is all about.
Now, a lot of times we hear capitalism with perhaps some negative connotations, some only out for profit. How is conscious capitalism different?
To me, the tenet that pops to the top of the list is stakeholder involvement. That resonated with me immediately when I was introduced to the movement. That allowed things I already thought about how suppliers, vendors, customers and their families, all of the moving parts, fit under one roof and could use their resources for good, right? So I never quite understood, quite frankly, the negative connotations of capitalism, although as I've grown up, I understand where the stories come from and how sometimes those resources aren't used for the greater good. Conscious capitalism, I think, does a good job giving us a definition of that.
So you've talked about the stakeholders, and you've talked about, I think we take that down to that personal connection and operating within our communities. And we've got this as an Atlanta chapter. What do you see as the positive impacts that we can make in the Atlanta community?
Boy, that's a big question.
I'm sorry, I just thought of it.
I like the big thinking, though, Chuck. I think that you have two groups out there that we can serve. One group knows that they're conscious already. They just may not have been associated to the brand itself or to the framework that is conscious capitalism. And so can we bring like-minded individuals together to tackle tough problems in a new work environment? Yes. Then there's another group that's wandering around and maybe hasn't figured out all of those pieces yet. They may be looking for something that looks more like a roadmap for how they can find higher purpose in their businesses today.
So higher purpose and personal touch with the stakeholders.
You've heard higher purpose before.
Absolutely, I have. Scott, we've got hundreds of people joining us tonight. I know you can't talk to all of them one-on-one, but what is one thing that you would like to say to each and every one of them tonight?
I believe that the thing that comes to mind, which may not directly answer the question, but is how do we make sure we're modeling the behavior? Those of us who are in, those that are believers of the movement, those who believe it's impacting our businesses positively, how do we model that behavior one to one so that it's not something that's just the other side of a 300-page book, but that is something that can be witnessed, stories told in our business. So I hope to tell a lot of stories to a lot of people tonight that emulate conscious business.